we both know. And the weekdays come around is when I feel like I'm safe and sound. Why does it have to be that way? Every single day I feel this
way. My shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in on the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheese. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Shit ice cold, Trey Young. My shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in on the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheese. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Shit ice cold, Trey Young.
Well. What's up, folks? What's up, chat? Glad y'all were able to join me during this midday show. I say all the haters already don't start about this Trey Young hate. Boy, y'all just, boy, I don't understand. I'm gonna drop this link in a minute. Give everybody an opportunity to come up here and speak about it. Hey, if you're gonna speak about, be about it. Come on up here. But I watched the 8 o'clock show last night. I was at a basketball game, but I just rewatched it. And some of the stuff I'm hearing, it's funny to me. A lot of this stuff's starting to be hilarious now. Because y'all folks not talking basketball no more. A lot of fans just talking feelings and emotions. I don't know why y'all so emotional about this damn game. And not the game, just one dude. It's just, I'm going to have a new approach this season. I'm with the shits. I'm with all the smoke this season. I was chilling the last couple of years, but I'm with the smoke now. But what's up, Virgo? Cool Breeze. Who else in the chat? Dirty Bird, what's going on, man? And everybody listen from other platforms. But I just want to address a few things real quick, then bring y'all up for just a midday. But what I saw last night when I replayed it, what's up, Austin? Enjoying Lee. I saw a lot of stuff that didn't make sense to me. And I'm going to get them on We Talk House tonight after the game. Damon and Marion sit there and said Trey being lazy, but it's Coach Quinn's fault. Make that make sense to me. It's Coach Quinn's fault because he just sitting in the lane. playing the damn free safety because he ain't being coached that way. Like, what the hell? No coach coaching like that. But they also talk about players having free reign. Yes, you do. When you're scoring, the NBA full of politics. So I'm just trying to make sense of stuff that I continue to hear. The blame I continue to hear. It's crazy. Then we're gonna talk about playing time, usage. Like Moji playing 20 minutes one game and 8 minutes the next. He put up good stats. If you know basketball, certain players like a Moji, those stats don't always translate to every game they play. When you at that level of type of play that Moji can bring, coach gonna play situational basketball with the players, right? He's not the what y'all call the word superstar or just that dude. He's a role player. Well, every NBA player is a real role player, but he's a less of a role player. Can he bring good things? Yes, but because he played 20 minutes one game and got and balled out and played, why didn't he play more next game? Situational basketball. I said other couple of like a We Talk Hall show ago. It's about matchups. The game is about matchups when you come from a coaching standpoint, right? Then there's other things. Trae Young, the only one that can get his own shot. That's misinformation. Everybody in the NBA was the man, and even college and high school, and they're a scorer. They all are scorers. But when you come to the NBA, you have to play a role. Like a Pat Bev name was mentioned. He was the dude in Chicago. Chicago is one of them basketball meccas. When he got to the NBA, you play this role. Right? So y'all got to stop saying only certain people get their own shot. Hell, he can't get his own shots. Them guys getting their own shots with Trae out. They're scoring. So they have to be able to get their own shots, right? I mean, somebody tell me. Make it make sense. Right? But I just wish we are freaking winning. And it's all about Trae Young still. The little joker ain't playing right now. But what I think, we call this the coalition, so-called. We said Queen gonna start getting blamed. We said that damn near 2 years ago. He's been getting blamed. Right? And you look at what's going on, you look at the play without Trae. Again, I have a few problems with Trae, but I don't think he's trash. That'd be a fool for me to say trash. He just doesn't fit. I said that years ago. But people take that as I'm just slighting Trae. Man, I'm talking basketball, man. I'm talking about the Hawks winning. His type of play is not conducive to winning to me. As a basketball head, as a coach, or anything else, right? He's too small. Trae is really a two guard masquerading as a point guard. That type of level of play should be at the two guard level. You cannot have that type of play from a point guard, the man who has the ball in hand most times. But he's too small to be a two. That's really what it is. He's a two guard masquerading as a point guard. Just like almost like no. Right? You put him at the point, turnovers, all kind of deficiencies and stuff like that. Scoring, just look to score. That's a two or three position from that standpoint. But and that's the other thing that was talked about. Putting people around Trae. That's been the common thing. The Hawks ain't put nobody around it. But what you don't understand, what you're getting now, if you so-called get better players to play with Trae, his use is going to have to go down. And see, what you saw at the beginning of the season, his usage and scoring going down, which is good. For me, if Trae going to play the point guard, I need him to score about 17 to 20 points a game. I don't need him to score anymore because you have to let these other dudes go off. That's the reason why DeAndre Hunter was traded. Again, that's the reason why they put him on second string. Y'all look at, oh, he played better off the bench. Yes, you know why? Because guess what? He does not get the usage he needs with Trey. And that's not a slight to Trey. That's your reality of the situation, man. Trey is a high volume scorer. All right. Again, how does he do it? Virgo life. How does Shea score 30? What else does Shea do? See, that's what y'all don't look at the game. Y'all look at specific stats. But y'all don't look at all the stats. So, but stop talking about putting people around him, because again, you're gonna need lesser of his offense. And you're seeing it now. These guys are learning how to play without Trey, which is good because we need them to score come playoff time. But if they don't get used to, like, all right, let me get mine off, how are they, when they get in that situation, they look around, sometimes you don't know what to do. And you see it. You see it. You see it. We don't need that. We have a lot of athletes on this team. We have balanced scoring last few games. All right? So, again, Virgo, I'm going to drop this thing. You need to come on up here. Let's debate. Hold on for a second. Let me find this link. Let me get the link. We're even to end all this BS. There's no link, fellas. Come up here and debate with me. And then Cujo made a great comment last night on the 8 o'clock show that I rewatched. You need a dark-skinned dude from a single-parent household with an accent father. It's sad, but that's true. I said it, and when I coach, I need to go pick up some dudes from the hood who want something, who have nothing, because those are your best basketball players, lower level and at the high level. But like I said, why can't we just be happy that our young guys are stepping up? Why can't we be happy that we're winning game without our best player? Why can't we be happy? Why does it always have to be, well, trade this, trade that? And it's the trade lovers. It ain't so-called coalition, what people name. You know, it's just what it is. But this season, I'm with the smoke. I'm with the smoke for real. I've been with the smoke, but I'm really with the smoke. I'm going after everybody. Debate me. Debate me. Y'all scared. You know, but hey, I dropped the link. I'm going to drop it again. Chat, what y'all got to say to what I'm saying, chat? I'm interested to hear. You know, am I right? Am I wrong in what I'm saying? Because what you see now, it's a lot of transitional scoring. You see us getting that ball out. You start to see it at the beginning of the season with JJ stop deferring, giving the ball to Trey and running up attacking. We have a young athletic team, and we should be up and down the court. That's how we beat the Lakers. We start our transition. Lakers couldn't do nothing with it. No team really can. And once these guys continue to learn how to, you know, score in the NBA, we're going to be straight. Virgo, you keep talking about quality wins. All wins not the same. A win is a win. A loss is a loss. Doesn't matter how you get it, as long as it's a win. Because stats don't say this is not a quality win, no matter who you play, what their record are. Like some people talking about the record now, right now. Oh, we lose. We winning against bad teams. Dude, we 9-10 games in the season. No team has been designated good or bad. You won't see that until you get at least a third away in the season. Because every team pretty much is new for the most part because it got new pieces. So you can't even talk about quality wins. A win is a win, right? And it doesn't matter. And thank you, Dirty Bird. Tell them again. A win, Hawks lose to a bad team with all Trey all the time. Yep. That is the funny part about this argument. That people, they're freaking mad that we winning without him. Oh, well, we lost to a trash team. But we've been losing to trash teams with Trey. So it doesn't matter. Y'all talk about this, not us. We just rebuttal. We rebut with this to that BS. So thank you. Lost back-to-backs against the Wizards. The Wizards. Charlotte. And you can't tell me we don't have better talent. So what, Trey? I mean, Virgo, yes. Who we didn't say we didn't beat good teams, but we lost to bad teams with it. That's been the people's point to this. Exactly. Larry. What's up, Larry? We get blowed out. At the end of the day, we are a mid team. We've been a mid team for 7 years. A mid. It don't matter who we win or who. At the end of the day, the record said mid. We are below 500 every freaking year. For how many years? I think it's 1 year we won mid. I mean, we were still mid. We was just barely above 500 with Trey 1 year. 1 year. So again, this is nothing personal against Trey. It's time to see something different. See, y'all make it about this so-called hate. It's basketball. If you're good with being mid, go for it. I'm not. So Virgo, we still mid. We ain't won shit with Trey. He is really the only person that's left. You could say double O, but not really. But the coaches, we don't have 2 different coaches, 3 different GMs. Everybody on the team knew. What else to do? Just be freaking happy that we're winning without our best player. Truly, he's the best player, not for long. I said when Zach was drafted, he's going to be the face. Right? So, see, the thing about it, Virgo, you won't come up here. You got the link. You're always in the background talking. This is your chance to debate me. Prove me wrong. Because one thing I can say, if y'all on here a lot, y'all always hear, I'm batting 1,000 with everything I be saying, with everything I be pushing. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, be freaking happy that we are winning with a bunch of young guys without Trey. Can we? I ain't gonna tell you how to fan, but I'm just saying it's just funny to me, and that's one reason I made this show. Giving y'all the opportunity. Come on up here. Come on up here. Kool-Aid. I don't know. They probably working, but again, it just like I rewatched the show from last night because I wasn't here at the time, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make me a lie myself because this is crazy. I mean, and thank you, Larry. I talked about progression on the last show. The progression we're making with all these players, with all these so-called G League players y'all called last year. See, here's the funny part. I got receipts. Y'all talk about all these G League players. Now they're developing and getting an opportunity. Like, I've been calling for development. Let's develop our own. Stop paying these high-priced dudes that ain't winning us nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What's up, Raymond? It's just, that's why I went to smoke this year. So if you're on our Facebook group, y'all already know how I get down. And it's going to be worse. Because you said something stupid, I'm going to come with facts. And I'm going to embarrass you. And y'all get mad at me, call me a hater, and start calling names. But I don't care. It's fun. It's just what it is. That's right, champ. I'm back 1,000. Ain't nobody on the panel, ain't nobody on this platform and Facebook ever disputed that. And they hate it. They know I'll be right. I called this. I told them over a year ago, Trey won't get resigned this year. Oh, no, he didn't do it. And as it get closer and closer and nothing happened, then they just start making excuses. Like Marion, they changed their tune. There we go, Marion. Yeah, come on up here, Marion. I called you out. Marion. That's right. 19 minutes for you. You're going to get more of this. So come up here and dispute this. I heard what you said. Mike was trying to talk some sense to you, but you wouldn't listen. Come on up here, because I want to debate. I want to talk about this blaming Quinn for Trey sitting in the middle. It's Quinn's fault. You said that, Marion. You said it's Quinn's fault that Trey played the defense when he played. You said it. It's recorded. I clip it for you. So come on up here. You are all right, Austin. I'll get you in. We're gonna be on tonight, but so everybody ain't able, I know. Exactly, Austin. 3 head coaches. 3 head coaches. They don't want to deal with this. And see what really started turning me with Trey is it was before that Miami trip when he took his plane back. For me as a coach, you don't disown your team like that because you're in your feelings. You don't argue with a coach on freaking live TV. I don't care what you feel. That stuff professional. That happens all the time behind closed doors, though. I just don't like that. I don't care who you are. I don't get down with it because that's disrespectful, and I don't like it. And then we lose it too. Hell no. But like I said, I love what's happening. Without our best players right now, our players are growing up, but we got people still complaining. I mean, so it's just the way it is. So, Marion, you knew what? Something that doesn't happen on okay. But why did you blame Quinn for Trey not playing, giving effort? It's not even playing defense. Trey would never be a lockdown defender. He'll never be a steal leader. We don't need him to be that, right? No. What do you think about you, sister? But I don't expect him to. My issue with Trey is lack of effort and lack of situational basketball, doing dumb stuff in the wrong times. That as from a player of his capabilities and his abilities, you shouldn't see no dumb stuff the dumb stuff he be doing. But I don't get it. Mary, since you're in the chat, explain why it's Quinn's fault for Trey just sitting in the middle playing free safety. Please tell me. And see, one thing also don't understand about system and plays in the game of basketball. It's about sets. Off those sets of various options, those various options are decided by the players, not by the coach. Right? So, it's certain things and sets that you can run just to get somebody an open shot, yes. But it's only normally like one or two actions. It's not like 3, 4, 5, 6 actions in something like that. But at the end of the day, it's basketball. Generally, what you have in NBA is a motion offense. That's all it is. It's all about motions. Spreading the flow and run motion. All right? And Marion, you talk about the 5 out not working. Everybody run 5 out. You run 5 out in high school. Because this basketball has become a shooting thing. Nobody posts up anymore. Very few. So it's spacing, it's cuts, picks, pick and roll. That's basketball. It's not really called 5 out. Like the original 5 out before the shooting came to place. You called it 5 out then, but again, this is just straight motion offense, right? You want to keep the spacing on the floor to attack, to drive. And one thing I like to see us do, get downhill more. I like to see Dyson look for a shot when you get downhill. Vic Krejci's starting to look for it. Or whatever. And yes, we have more than one poor defender. Yep, man, you're right. The scheme was created to hide Trey, but you see teams switch Trey out, try to get Trey and switches. But see, here's the problem with Trey. Trey's 6 feet. switching off on 6'4", 6'5", 6'7" guys. I don't care if you, let's say he's 6'1", 168 pounds. That ain't gonna work no kind of way. This is a liability because now he's gonna run from the switches, as you see, which opens up other lanes to other guys. What you've been seeing, and I said it the last game. Guess what? Harden tried to get Dustin switches. What happened? He got switched with Zach, and he got switched with Vic Krejci. If you put a 6'7", 6'10", and 6'8" guy on somebody like Harden, yes, he still can score, but it caused him problems. It caused him a lot of problems, right? He still got his, but not like he would have got before. And they ain't really got nothing to do with Trey per se as far as individual guard, but catching Trey on switches, because you can't hide Trey in this league no more. It's no more. This league has become big at the guard spot. If you ain't 6'5", I mean, even in high school, you need to, in college, you need the guards, point guards are 6'5" now. They're 6'5". And then what you have, let me drop this link again for anybody who just came on. Come on up here and talk with me. But you got these point guards to 6'5". There's really the point guard position it's still there. It's still there. But it's not like it used to be. And Mary, Diamond and One don't work for, I mean, no, that's I can stop that myself. You know, I can draw something up and stop that myself. It's not because you got shooters now. You got more shooters on the team, right? And if we get ball movement and people movement, we score easy. In any offense, any wide open offense like that. Backdoor cuts, just open it up. Cut, get it, defender crash down, you kick it out to the wing. That's why you have guys standing in the corner now. People talk about people standing in the corner. If you have your cuts, the slices up, you're going to have open guys for the three. That's some of the easiest basketball. You have some actions, you have some movement around whatever. What's up, Southside? But folks need to really start understanding the game. And if you don't really understand it, that's okay. I don't expect everybody to be at all these different levels, but when you talk like you're at a certain level, you need to be about it. Because I'm gonna call your ass out now. That's what I'm doing. I tried not to do that for the last few years, but it's just getting ridiculous out here. Some of the stuff I keep hearing. So I had to say something because it's really, it's tripping. So what, man, what you doing, man? Get on up here. Get on up here. Get on up here. Get on up here, man. You're doing all that popping off in the background. Because this response was really to what you and Damon was saying last night on the little 8 o'clock show. Because it was I'm glad Mike corrected most of it. Because it was getting kind of ridiculous. You'll take your chance in the top corner. I mean, to try to take my chance at the top corner, than to have Trey guarded man moving through the paint. Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that. Yeah. But again, the NBA is to the point to where it's getting to the point you can't hide Trey. You can't, because again, what coaches are doing, what coaching have done, and Miami showed you. We always talk about that Miami game. You always talk about where Trey got trapped. Oh, Trey can't get trapped no more. Trey got trapped because he didn't get off the damn ball. It was partially his fault. A coach can't drop no net. You see a trap come and get rid of the ball. If there are two guys come to you, then somebody's open. Is that not correct? That's correct. So guess what? The problem is Trey can't see over those tall, long dudes, right? He can't get the ball over them. So for him, get the ball up early. And you start seeing last year. Well, hey, he get the ball up early and go away. Then come back around and get it. That's good coaching, Quinn, that y'all clown about. But y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see that stuff, right? That's what coaching comes. And that's what Quinn was doing. He got him off the ball early, not just in Miami, just starting last season. You could see that, depending on who defended him. You know, that's just how I watch the game. Y'all don't watch it like that. Y'all, you know, or whatever the case may be, but y'all always on it. I told you 2 years ago, Quinn's gonna be blamed. Quinn gonna be blamed. Dog, Trey can't get trapped no more. We got some players. Lord Jesus. Do you know why Trey getting trapped? Do you know why he getting blitzed? Do y'all know? Somebody tell me why. Because I blitz his ass every time. Why? Why do we do that? And who they send to him? They send at 6'7", 6'8" guys with long wingspans. That's where you get all this talk for the last two years with DJ, 3 years, Trey playing off the ball. That's one of the reasons why they want him playing off the ball. But he can't. He's not equipped. Because all his life he's been a scorer from AAU, high school. He was a high scorer in high school. He led the nation in scoring in college. He is a high scorer in the NBA. He didn't lead the NBA in scoring. He led the NBA in total points. Marion. Total points is different. But the average, he didn't lead the NBA in average scoring. Ever. Never. You get total points because, hey, he played more games, but his averages wasn't the same. So, you know, yeah, Austin, this is what Austin said. Yeah, I heard that too. And it's just, again, some of the stuff I heard last night on the replay, I was just laughing. Like, what are we doing here? We weren't talking basketball. What are we doing here? It's always his teammates' fault. It's always the people around him. I never heard so many excuses for a player in my life from a fan base. It's always somebody else. But when we win and we win big, oh, it's all Trey. It's all Trey. It's all Trey. Yeah, did you see what Trey did? You said, oh, this and that. Oh, that Trey's the offensive engine. That's all the bullshit I be hearing. What's an offensive engine? Like, it's that, and see what I responded to a post. Somebody said Trey about being an offensive engine. So that means if the car ain't got no engine, it shouldn't run, right? So the engine is going according to what y'all saying right now, but that car still running more efficiently and winning. Make it make sense. Man, I don't want nobody to get hurt. I want Trey traded, like I said, every Monday. It's not, that's been a fact. I don't run from it. And I told you why. I told you why I want Trey traded 2 years ago. And I told you, I never forget when we was talking, me and you, because if y'all don't know, Marion, the one who started that Trey hate, he started pushing that for me, from what I was saying. You know, but he's not it's real apparent he's not a good fit for this team. Hey, he's on the Hawk, I hope you do well. Or any Hawk. But at the same day, as a fan, I wouldn't trade. I want to trade 2 years ago. And you know what? I caught a lot of flack because I stood on that. I didn't care. Because when I got down to it and see, my brother Mike pointed some stuff out to me. That we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. You don't come up here either. You just in the background talking. And man, you talking about let's wait till you come back. He come back and playing the same way, the style he playing, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So again, his use is gonna have to go down, so these other guys can get off. And it's best when we get all these guys involved. And then for those who said, well, Trey averaged 10 assists a game. What is an assist? An assist is somebody passed a guy the ball and that guy immediately scored in a 1 or 2 seconds, whatever it is. That's what assist. That's what an assist is. That's all it is. But y'all ain't talking about Dyson assists. Y'all not talking about that. It don't get the same accolades. Y'all been paying attention? But one thing I will say about Trey, he's a good floor general. He sees the floor well. I can't take that away from him. He ain't no Steve Nash. And even close. Y'all, a lot of people like to complain that they're not even close. All right? So, but he's a good flow general when he don't do no stupid forcing the passes. But again, his style of play is the issue that I have. You know, yes, outside. Marion started that about 2 years ago. It was all about that DJ, because I said trade and keep DJ get all picked back from San Antonio. So Marion started that. So he went on this Facebook thing, you know, with me hating Trey. So yes, Marion started it. So that's Marion. He caught hell for a long time, you know, on that. So, but yeah, Marion is the reason half the fans hate me, but I don't care. Marion, I did not say that. Don't even try to. You know, Marion, you know it's recorded, right? Because me and Marion had we talked House live. He challenged me, and then he went on there live, and it's recorded, and I still got that recording. So you want me to bring that up, Marion? I did not say that. So Marion said he's gonna go find the information where I said something that I didn't say. He never showed it to me, and I stayed on his ass, and he got mad at me and blocked me. You know, but we cool now. We good. I'm still gonna give him hell though. So, Marion, can you show me why I said we keeping Trey and DJ? Because I never wanted that in the first place. Why the hell we gonna keep 2 point guards? DJ's a point guard. That's stupid. A 6'5" point guard and I'm gonna call it a 6 foot point guard. Shit don't work. It don't work, especially how it ain't gonna work. So that's dumb within itself. So, but you know, we gonna see what happens. So, if anybody want to come up? You can come up. But I'll probably end this pretty soon because I got some work to do. Got some things to get done. But yeah, one day we're gonna get you up here, bro. One day. But yeah, man, that's all I come in and talk about. You know, Marion, come on up here, man, so we can debate. Have a good debate. Let's talk about what you said, man. Let's talk about what you blaming Quinn about Trey defense. I just can't get that one. You and Damon talking about that. It's Quinn's fault that Trey plays the defense he plays because the coach ain't telling him. Like, what the hell? Champ, yes, it is. Because guess what? Because the Trey Bays are talking about Trey. Trey loves, that's all they keep in their mouth. They're not talking about how we playing right now, you know, as a team. They're not talking about it. It's all about Trey. So, yes, I'm talking about Trey. And you come up here too, champ. I just dropped the link. Talk about it. Somebody come talk to me. Somebody come challenge me. I'm batting 1,000. I've been predicting everything that's been going on. I'm on record. I'm on record on him. I'm on record on Facebook. Somebody prove me wrong, because it's all public information. I'm just waiting. And some of y'all hate it. I know. Thank you, champ. Trey's not playing. They keep his name in their mouth. Champ, I'm not betting 1,000. All you gotta do is show me where. What have I said that hasn't come true? What? A lot of stuff I said was I told everybody what was gonna happen 2 years ago, and it happened just like it did. So we're gonna dump salary. We're gonna do this. We're not resigning. We're not going to get no big name guy. Like everybody wants. People want Aiden. Marion, you want Aiden and some other kids. What's the dude when Toron come from New Orleans? Wanted him. Thank you, Chad. I told you we're gonna rebuild. We are in year 2 of a 3-year rebuild. Y'all don't look at it like that, but we're playing so-called G League players. We got this year. We got KP on the 1 year expiring. We signed freaking what's the dude name on the 1 year? The shooter. Bro, next year we're gonna be flexible. Trey ain't been re-signed. We're not rebuilding. If we weren't rebuilding, you're supposed to sign your max guy, re-sign, right? You're supposed to bring in all these other big name guys on loan, like 3-year contracts, right? We're rebuilding. Y'all just want to do it. Bro, you tell me who we signed that's so great that's going to help this team win. We're not winning the championship. Are you saying we're championship contenders? Because we're not championship contenders. We are rebuilding. Retooling. Champ said we're retooling. What's retooling? What's retooling? Let's retooling, rebuild, whatever you want to call it. We're not shooting for the stars, shoot for the fences. We didn't go get an AD. We didn't go get that, we didn't want to get Giannis, even though I don't want Giannis. A lot of y'all think highly of him. I don't like his brand of basketball. He's just a downhill guy. What top guys have we had? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Did this man just say this? What top guys have we lost? According to y'all, it's only one top guy. So that top guy hasn't been re-signed. That top guy hasn't been extended. Every other top guy in the NBA has been extended. So what did that tell you? Tell me, show this is what y'all do. Tell me or show me another top guy that wasn't extended recently. Tell me, if Trae Young is the caliber player that y'all claim him to be, why wasn't he extended? I've yet to get an answer with that. If he's so great, we're just saying how he played with the other team. That means they really don't know if he's going to be one of the guys. Right? I mean, somebody explain to me. If Trae Young is the caliber player that y'all claim him to be, why hasn't he been extended? And start with this. Well, we're just trying to see how he works. Trying to see how he works with aspiring guys and development guys. They didn't go. Yes, I said this is year 2 of it. I said we're going to be in a 3-year rebuild. And I said the following year. Now I caught this shit 2 years ago. I said what we need to do, we need to get flexible. We need to get rid of these bad contracts, paying all these dudes that ain't doing that. Let's develop our young guys. I said this when y'all was clowning on Moji and all this other stuff, when JJ wasn't ready, and y'all got mad because we drafted Zach. I said 2 or 3 years ago, I said, this is what we need to do. And it takes 3 years to do it. Shared salary. What happened? Salary got shredded. Don't bring in no big name contracts. What did they do? They didn't go sign Brandon Ingram. A lot of people, we don't want Brandon Ingram. They didn't sign him. They didn't go after him. I didn't want none of that. Then I said, do not extend Trae for no max contract. Do not extend Trae with a max contract. To me, he's not worth the max. What happened? We didn't stand him with a max contract. So for those say I'm not batting 1,000, I call this shit. I'm on record. I'm on here I'm on Facebook. And I said next year, and Marion was one of the main ones. Well, what you mean? I said, we need to get flexible, get some flexibility. What you mean? What you mean flexibility? I said, dude, being able to maneuver and make deals. But he swear I was talking damn Chinese. Yes, Marion, you said that, Marion. You argue with me about that. Do you understand what it means now? And champ, we don't get those top guys because y'all think they top. The NBA just, I'm not mad at guys making their money. Get every dollar you got. Every dollar you got. Well, Southside. No. So the max deals, there's certain levels of max deals. Right? The super max deal on some place, hell no. So the max deals are based on performance. So the higher you go up, the higher the money's gonna be. Let's say if they sign Dyson to a max deal, it would be totally different. I think his max deal like $30 million a year, right? No, that's different. It hits different. But we talking about $50 million for a player that don't give you $50 million worth of performance. That's what I be talking about. So, but back to what I was saying. Damn, you made me lose my train of thought. I don't know what he signed for now. And what's up, Mikey? Hey, man, what you jump on up here with me, man? Everybody claiming, clowning Quinn and, blaming Quinn for trade defense. No, effort. At the end of the day, man, y'all need to get off Quinn. Number one, y'all expect this man to make fucking wine out of water. Number one. Y'all sit there and complain about the players the team has, but yet you want him to win with the so-called G League. That's what y'all was saying. So it's like y'all want it both ways. Make this shit make sense. If y'all say we don't have a championship roster, but you want Quinn to get a championship out of this, I don't get it. And then I'm gonna get back to this playing time y'all talk about. All right, Mikey. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the show later on, but just y'all talk about playing time. Y'all don't understand situational basketball. Y'all don't understand matchups. Y'all expect if a player do this, always put him out there. No. It depends on the matchups. It depends on who you're gonna match a guy up with. Yeah, you have a few players that really kind of don't matter per se, but also, you got to look at the team as a whole and how you're going to do those matchups. There's a lot more going to what y'all think this shit is, right? There's a lot more going into this. And what y'all think of it as a fan. Think of it as a fan. And, all right, Mikey, yeah, once you do it, yeah, we should get a dub. Well, we'll see. We should see. So, what you mean, champ? What you mean? I want Trey to win with G League players, but excuse Quinn. I'm gonna tell you what my problem. Why I want Trey to win. I want us to win without triggering off games. Without him doing stupid. It's 10 games last year, and we talked about it on here. It's a total of 10 games. I think a few more, but 10 games I got noted. I wrote it down somewhere. Where Trey tricked off the damn game by himself. By himself. We should have had 10 more wins last year. When he started playing this hero ball bullshit, going matching all this other so-called superstar, there's no superstar in the league if you ask me. The league is different. The NBA is totally different than when I watched it years ago. Right? It's entertainment now. That's really all it is. It's been entertainment, but it's really just focused on entertainment. Is what it is. So I just want Trey to play good basketball. That's what I want. So stop blaming Quinn. Don't try to reverse this question on me. But I don't know. I'm just waiting for somebody to come challenge me. Challenge me on the show, challenge me on Facebook. Challenge me. Challenge me. And then they talking about somebody without a Hall of Fame. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. All-Star, Hall of Fame, All NBA. It's a popularity contest. It's a popularity contest. So, Mikey, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. With Trey, we've been mid. Right? You talking about offense scoring 95 points. How many points have the other teams been scoring? These guys are getting used to playing with more usage. To me, just like LeBron, he stunt development of other players. Right? That's not his fault. That's just the way he plays. Now you're seeing these other players getting off. They're learning. They're learning how to play. They're challenging, but they're learning how to play without him, without his usage. They're getting off now. So, I mean, that's what it is. Craig, bro, you know, it's funny that y'all don't come on and talk about all this other stuff, like the video was done last night about Trey. When people are all on him. He the face of the franchise. He the highest paid player on the team. We're going to talk about his ass if we lose. That's just how it works. That's how any so-called superstar, I don't believe in superstar. That's how it is. And Mike, that's all I've been saying. You know, they're learning how to play without him. So if he come back and conform to playing smart basketball, we should be straight. But he's not going to do that. He's never been able to do that. He's a scorer. He's a scoring point guard, and he's not going to change because if he changes, he's going to mess up his money for the future. That's just how it works. That's how it works. And that's all I'm saying. You're seeing these guys learning to play, learning to figure out so nobody can play. Well, if Trey ain't no four, we can't score. How are we going to learn how to do that if he's on the damn team? That's just how it is. Yeah, that's a prediction. You know why it's a prediction? Because 2 years ago, we went out to the West Coast. Vic Krejci went the fuck off. He locked up Harden. He was locking everybody up. Trey came back. You saw ball movement, people move. You saw more efficiency. I didn't say we was a super scoring team because we weren't. But you saw more the small things. As soon as Trey came back, we back to the dumb shit. Back to the dumb shit. That's a prediction that I predicted several times. And I'm going to predict it now. You know, thank you. Addition by subtraction. That's all it is. No, he's not a top 10 player in the NBA. Hell no. He's my guy. He's on my team. I'm going to be honest about it. Man, that's not coaching. These dudes are NBA players. They've been playing basketball all their life. Basketball hasn't changed. It ain't got, you can't, this is how it works. Yes, 2025. This is how it works. A GM is going to be involved in playing time, period. The guy that makes the most money will be played. There's no ifs, ands about it, but his style of play has always been, ain't going to change. That's every NBA player out there. Some guys get a little bit better, but they do not change their game. The only time a change happens is early on in their career. That's the only time change happens. If that man been making all this money based off his play, he's not going to change it because guess what? He's going to make me less money, right? And that's just fact. That's 2025 NBA, and Mike will tell you that too. So just like, oh, why this person ain't playing this? Again, it's politics. That's today's game. It's not like it's old. You know, when a lot of y'all little pups might have not even been thought about, that game don't sell. That's why some of the games, I don't like the NBA like I used to. It's not pure basketball. College is a little bit more pure, but it's changing a little bit with the NIL. And I'm glad for the NIL because they've been pimping them kids in all sports. But that's not a pure fun. What's up, man? Glad you come up. What you got to say, fella? What you want to debate about? Hold
Man,
on.
I'm just tired of listening to
I
you
think you
talk.
mute. All right, there you go. Go ahead, man.
You just talking, man. You just sitting up here talking. We've never had this team before. This is a brand new team, dog. And to say that this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, we don't know what's gonna happen. But one thing we do know, this is what we know. We know that we have a coach. The coach is responsible for the schemes that we play, not the players, the coach. The coach puts our players in different schemes, and that's what the players run. Now, for you to continue to talk as if our coach is not responsible for what goes on the floor, I'm not talking about the actual defense and offense man on man. I'm talking about the actual schemes. That shows a lack of understanding of basketball. And I know you understand basketball better than that because you coach. When you're sitting on the sideline, Foote, and you send out 5 players on the floor, do you just send them out with no game plan whatsoever and say they know basketball so they're going to figure it out? That's a question.
Depending on what age group it is, sometimes I let them figure out because they have to learn the game. Because with these kids, like who just mentioned last night, I mentioned, we got a lot of suburban kids.
In other words,
let me finish.
Go ahead.
So we got a bunch of suburban kids playing basketball that need their handheld, right? We don't have enough dogs in this game at a young age, right? So as you get up to the high school level, you have your schemes, right? So a scheme don't control how a player plays. A scheme doesn't control the decision that the player makes sometimes, right? A scheme is used to counter what let's say offense or defense doing. If you did your homework, I'm gonna get back to this. There's film, right? There's film of teams at friggin' high school and pros college. You watch film, right? So basketball in the NBA, you have different so-called schemes, but it's not profound as you think they may be. That's why I always say it's basketball. It's reading.
What I'm getting at though is that you don't send your players out on the floor without a game plan. Otherwise, there is absolutely no need for you all to practice.
Let me ask you something. What makes you said it's a lot. What makes you think Quinn don't have a game plan?
I do think Quinn has a game plan. I've heard Quinn talk about his game plan.
So
and I've heard well, hold on. I've heard him talk about what he expects. And what he expects is he expects his players to go out there and shoot 3-point shots because they're better than mid-range shots. He plays a quote-unquote 5-out motion offense with the ball movement, people movement, but it takes away the ball going in the inside unless there's a cut inside. That doesn't necessarily fit what we can be best at. We can be better doing something else than relying on 3-point shooters that are poor 3-point shooters. Vic Krejci is not going to hit 8 3-pointers every game, Foote.
I know, but
if he does, he's going in the Hall of Fame. But he's not going to hit. He's not going to hit 8 3-pointers.
You get so way up. You talk about game plan, send the guys out with no game plan, right?
Right.
But I guess you say your game plan is to shoot threes and whatever. Is that what you think it is?
I think it's a variant of the Princeton offense, if you want to be specific. Yes, that's what I think it is. It's a variant of the Princeton offense where most of the shots are not going to be based on cuts, but are going to be based on people taking 3-point shots, trying to get the lane open so you can make cuts. But that doesn't necessarily fit what we can do best. What we can do best is pick and roll and pick and pop. You got Trae Young and Porzingis. It makes absolutely no sense for you to try to play one of the best pick and roll, pick and pop point guards off ball. That makes no sense. And the only reason you're doing that is because it fits with the coach's idea of what the team should be doing.
So Mary, this thing with basketball, you brought up the Prince offense. Yeah, that relies on heavy cuts and stuff like that. I said something about it last year. What have you been seeing this season? A lot of cuts, right? You talk about the pick and roll,
definitely,
right?
No.
Hold on.
We've seen the ideal of the Princeton offense run. We've seen also the drops that it have until you have somebody who can step up and be Superman. Last night, coming out of the first quarter, it was looking real bad for it. Like I said, the other night, excuse me. Like I
I know what I'm
said,
saying.
Vitt is not going to hit 8 3-pointers
But we ain't
every
talking
night.
about Vitt. We know that, right?
Okay, but I'm just making a point. I'm making a point. And the thing is, I do like the ball movement, and I also would like to see the ball movement with Trey. But I believe that this is not the best offense that we can run.
Okay,
That's my belief, because look at
that's
your
fair enough.
personnel.
That's
Look at
fair
your
enough.
personnel.
You talk a lot about the pick and roll, right?
Pick and roll, pick and pop. Yes.
Okay, so on those pick and roll, KP is not a pick and roll kind of guy because he's gonna
He's a
step
pick
out.
and pop. He's a pick and pop specialist.
So, all right. So, are you seeing the way they're playing us? Are you paying attention?
The way who are playing us. The way who are playing us.
With physicality.
Sure.
So you can't get clean into those type actions, right?
The pick and pop, you can get into those actions cleanly.
So you talk about this 5 out, right? So the idea is they touch the paint. That's the way the game is coached now. You touch the paint, kick that thing out, and you got want to shoot a three. You said we're not a 3-point shooting team.
We're a poor 3-point shooting team. I didn't say we're not a 3-point shooting team. We're a poor one. Look at the percentages of our shooters. We have shooters, but thus far, 2025, we've been poor at it.
I'm not disagreeing. We've been poor 3-point team for a long time. So I'm not disagreeing with you.
Is that Trey's fault?
Right. Huh?
Is that Trey's fault?
Trey's fault?
I know you like to blame everything on Trey. So
no. But see, that's the point I'm saying. Y'all keep talking about you said stuff like that. It's just Trey's fault. Like, bro, this shit is not about Trey. I wish it become a team, right?
Sure.
See, everything's been centered around Trey in these talks, right?
Well, look.
Hold on.
Let me make this point to you though.
Go ahead.
If you're gonna run this system, you need shooters who are good. Because we don't really have shooters who are consistently good, this system don't work that well. The system works well when you have shooters that's good. Now you're trying to give. Well, the other thing is you're trying to give Quinn a pass. Quinn's main responsibility is putting the best rotations out there. We've seen it over and over and over again that a player can be hot as fish grease. Quinn will take him out and cool him down. That's terrible. That's terrible coaching. I don't care if you are trying to save him to the fourth quarter. You let a player play until the player plays out.
No, you don't. That's the worst thing you can do.
No.
No. That I disagree. See, this is where you can't. You don't just keep. You still get that.
So you agree with Quinn's rotations?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I question some of them, but like
that's a problem. If you question them, then that's a problem, isn't it?
No. Because guess what? I don't know what he's told him. I don't know the game plan. I'm not in practice. I've always stood on that because it's certain things, just like at the high school level. I was questioning a lot of stuff last year, and now over the summer, since I coached some fall league with him. Oh, now it makes sense because now I understand why they were doing some of the stuff they were doing, right? And that's, as a coach, I'm always going to take that stance because if I'm not in the gym with them, I reserve myself because I don't know all the details, all the information. That's why I tell y'all see me on here. I'm not.
Well, hold on, Foote. Hold on. You're talking out of two sides of your mouth because the other times you talk, you say that Quinn makes his rotations based on politics. Now you're saying you're not in the gym.
I said the NBA,
you can't be on both sides of that argument.
No, let me be clear. This is politics in the NBA. There's politics where the GM going to be involved in all that stuff. Who's going to play? How much time they're going to play? Mm-hmm. It's all based off the contracts, being good with the agent, all this other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I've said, So it's part. So if you want to take it, that's the top. That's the base of my conversation about that.
So right? Why do you need to be in the gym if that's what you believe?
No, that's part of what I know. That's part of it. That's part of me coming to the conclusion about that. But a lot of stuff still that don't mean he's not able to coach. Like
no. We were specifically talking about rotation, and yes. you have two beliefs about rotation.
So hold on, man.
That are interfering with one another. Hold on. They're diverging and interfering with one another. One
rotation
is that
got something to do with playing time, right?
Getting that time politics, and the second one is that You're not in the gym,
Aaron,
and he might be seeing something.
rotation.
Which one is
Listen
it?
to me. Rotation is based off playing time too, right? So you got to find time for the player. So that's when I said, when I talk about that's partly based on that. That's why, because playing time, how I'm going to fit this and make this work, right? So y'all looking at it about, it's also got a lot to do with personnel, right? Like I think what you're alluding to, putting the right personnel together. Is that what you're trying to get to at the right time?
Yeah, definitely.
So you got to balance that, right? What you're doing with the playing time. Does that make sense?
Look, you had a player a couple of games ago, 2 games ago to be specific. He put up
right?
with more playing time. He put up 21, 7, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
The next game, you only played him 8 minutes total.
Yep.
Sporadically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, if that isn't something that is, it makes absolutely no sense.
Okay.
And so your statement is it politics, or is your statement you wasn't in the gym with Quinn when he made the decisions?
So I don't know if you came on early. When I came on, I specifically talked about that 20 minutes and 8 minutes, right?
34 minutes and 20 and 8 minutes. 34 minutes and 8 minutes.
I looked at with any player in the NBA, you get more playing time, more than likely you're gonna produce more. Right.
Well, the thing that's true about hold on, let me finish. The thing that's true about Mo G is that we know our defense improves the minute he steps on the floor. Improves whether it's replacing 00 or whether it's replacing KP. We know this. We've seen this. There are numbers that prove this.
So Mary, let me ask you this: are you using defensive rating?
Say that again.
Are you using defensive rating?
Am I using defensive rating?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Some defensive rating true, but also the eye test.
Huh?
The eye test. Here's where the eye test comes in.
Okay,
when I watch the game, I know that he rebounds way better than 00. I know that he has defensive awareness way better than 00. But 00 plays more minutes. And he does more than KP because KP is kind of physically ailed a little bit. So I'm using that.
What's Mo G role?
Mo G's role is defensive player when he comes in, but he can also hit shots.
You comparing him to KP. What's KP role?
They both are big men in the offensive set.
I really wouldn't consider KP the same as Mo G or 00. They're not the same.
No, they're not, because Mo G is a better defender than both of them.
That's why I go back to what's KP's role when he's out there, right?
They're both big men. They're both big men in the offensive defensive set.
For years, y'all said we need a stretch big. Am I not right? Am I right? Yes or no?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What am I also hearing a lot on here, Facebook? Well, KP don't have such rebounds. Oh, he don't have this. He don't have such block. What does KP play? Mostly.
He plays the 5 or the 4. He's a big man in the offensive set.
And he plays outside on offense, right?
Sure.
Then from a defense standpoint, he pretty much played, that role.
Inside.
Right? So
he plays inside, yeah.
If y'all was calling for a stretch 4, this is what you're gonna get, a stretch 5 or whatever. That's the type of play you're gonna get. So that's where you have Jaden Johnson and Mo G coming in thriving. So the thing with Mo G, he's not a center, in my opinion. Right? He's a 4. Right? Now, when
he's a 4 what? Defensively or offensively?
So he's just a 4. He's just a 4 from it, what I'm saying. Right?
Well, I'm from the school of you are what you can defend. So
not necessarily.
He can play the 4 or the 5 for me.
No, he can play both of them. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right. He can play both of them. But see, you want to take KP out? Lessen his name?
I would actually put KP on the bench if necessary. and have him
So
come off the bench.
You start Moji over KP.
Because you also got to start to think about pace a little bit. And Moji is better for our pace than KP. KP,
Yes,
like I said, he's been ailing lately. He has some type of sickness and you can see it. He be out of breath, wheezing. You know, if that be the case,
okay,
if it's possible, that
you
he
start Moji with KP on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You really saying that, right? You think at this point Moji is a better player than KP?
I didn't say that he's a better. Well, hold on. I didn't say that he's a better player. I said that he fits what we're doing offensively and defense better right now than KP because KP has been ailing. There's two different things. Now, if KP was a younger man and wasn't sick, you doggone right put KP in the game. But he's been sick. He's always trailing the offense. It's good sometimes because you can get down there in time to hit a 3-pointer, but in terms of our pace is more. It does better with Moji on the floor, in my opinion, than with KP on the floor.
So, I'm finna bring up some stats real quick. Pace is definitely faster. You're right there. Let's see. Now, what is that? Where you at? They're different players. That's why I asked you earlier, right?
Yeah, definitely. So they are different.
KP give you 17.9 a game, 5.9 rebounds, and 3.4 assists, right?
Yep.
KP is a threat where?
He's a threat all over the floor.
If KP threats, he's
a 7'1". He's a 7'1" big who can score both inside and outside.
So again, is KP threat? Is KP threat different? It's really 7'2". Is it threat different than Moji? They're different threats, right?
At this point, yes.
Right. So that's why I keep talking about complementary players.
Well, wait a minute now. In terms of threat versus, see, you're looking at it in terms of just right now, today, threat. I'm looking at it as when you talk about our team as a whole. I thought you was about the team. Our team as a whole, when we put certain offensive teams and defensive teams out there, Moji fits a lot better than KP does. Now, if you want to have that talk and that discussion about fit, start to look at fit. If you want to have that talk and discussion about future, start looking at the future.
All right, two different discussions. Let me finish what I'm saying. The reason why I asked you these questions, because me talking about complementary players, right? A player ain't gonna play the whole game. That's just get it, right?
I agree.
So when Moji come in, he give you something different than KP. When KP come in, he give you something different than Moji, right? So now we're gonna just put KP to the side, right? Moji ain't gonna bring the defensive out as far as KP does. So it can be packed just a little bit. The rotation can be just a little quicker, right? Because they're different players. So you're looking at it from producing. Moji played this man, he produced, right? When you go back to this last game and you're looking at the matchups, right? That don't mean that Moji gonna produce every time. He obviously, if he was starting, he would produce more. That's just a given, right? And you look at that, the greater. All right, if he gonna give me that, then I need K. Then we can put KP on the bench. But this goes back to the NBA politics. Even if I don't want politics, I want to put KP on the bench right now for Moji. There's certain situations Moji is not mentally make the right decision in, right? So we look at all the good he's doing. I mean, the wrong decision not necessarily bad. That's part of growth. But when I look at the player in certain situations, understanding KP is the better player when understanding situations. That's just me, how I look at the game. So I'm not putting y'all looking at pure stats.
Look.
Go ahead.
Look, there is no. I'm not arguing against KP being a former All-Star. I'm not arguing against KP's experience. That's not it. What I'm saying is early in the season, with us being a young team and seeing clearly that Moji fits better with the young team that we have on the floor than KP does. Why not make a move to start to establish this young team, and we can still get really good play out of KP. But understand that I would rather have a healthier KP in the playoffs than to use him up in the regular season, especially in a case where we don't have a point guard who can get him in his best situation, pick and pop, playing on the floor right now.
So I'm gonna take KP over Moji any day. I understand the future. I think Moji is gonna be part of the future, right? So I think Ace is gonna be part of the future. I think some decisions gonna have to be made, right?
And one quick second, I need to talk to Robert right here, Robert Blackman. Robert, I'm not saying that KP is not a better player than Moji. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not taking that either.
I'm saying that with our young core, putting Moji out there helps improve our pace and helps make our offense and defense work a little better because and also the certified KP does have an ailment. It's been documented. He's dealing with it. He gets treatment for it. That's why he's missed a game already. Is because a couple of games already because he deals with this ailment that he has. It's a lung ailment. So what I'm saying is that us knowing that, we might as well kind of save him a little bit so that we can use him when the playoffs come. Similar to the role that he had in the latter part of the Celtics play last year. Save him a little bit, use him for a playoff run. Not necessarily that Moji is better. I'm saying that the circumstance right now for Moji is to play Moji better. He gets more experience. He is the future. He has a longer contract. This is a contract year for KP. So he has a longer contract. If we can start to make decisions like that, then we can then start to level out these rosters a little better.
So, man, back to what I was saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you extrapolate,
I'm gonna have to go in a minute because I got some students coming up.
If you extrapolate numbers between KP and Moji, if you extrapolate, it's still better, even with KP being sick. So what you're not gonna do is get Moji in the one-on-one, get your baskets scenario, like you can with KP. That's one of the
not right now. I agree with that. Not right now.
Right.
Not right
so
now. That's something that we want him to learn how to do, though.
Again, so I'm all in agreement with the future. I'm not in agreement with right now. I mean, I understand what you're saying, right? Because the pace is faster, but that's why but I like to compliment. I guess we're talking about the same thing.
I mean, the minutes. I mean, the minutes are still. You'll still get the minutes. The minutes. I'm
looking at the minutes, so that's why I'm extrapolate the minutes between both of them and do the averages. So that's why I always like to do when I look at extrapolate the minutes to the performance. So and you said KP sick, and Moji is not overtaking them in that aspect. And that's and then the other threat that KP being able to bring defensive out because you got to honor that three. Moji ain't there yet. That's why I said let him continue to develop, and he's not there yet.
Well, the part where he is there is that we know that our defense gets better when Moji's on the floor.
So defense, again,
that's regardless who's playing at the four. When Moji plays, our defense is better. That's proven.
In certain aspects, yes. In certain matchups, it is. For the most part, he is. But yeah,
but man, I'm gonna have to go now. I'm gonna check y'all out later on.
Appreciate you coming on, man. Yeah. Good talking to you. Hey, fellas, it's all in fun. We're gonna continue this thing after the game tonight, man. But yeah, man, hey man, smash that like button for y'all get up out of here though, man. Smash that like button. So we'll catch up with y'all later on tonight after the game. All right. Peace out.
I keep that shit on me. That shit on, yeah. I keep that shit on. Yeah. The telephone racks for the drip on me, keep that shit on. Blowing on the Zion, sipping lean, I keep that shit on. Bad bitches recognize me, I keep this shit on, yeah. I keep that shit on,